things up. This is probably a premature live. Sorry. If you like jumped in to see what's
Today
going on.
I'm gonna play Elden Ring, the Shadow of the Earth Tree, and we have to discuss something very important. Oh, yeah. Okay, so if you are at this tree, or if you are not, doesn't matter, because at a certain point, if you go with the story, the moment will take you here. The journey will take you here at this moment, and you have to decide if you want to burn that tree or not. Now, what will happen? The most important.
Hey, Sykes. I just realized as I jumped in that I may have prematurely started my live. I stopped last night before I burned the ceiling tree because I wasn't sure that I wanted to make sure I advanced all the quests necessary up to this point, and I don't know that I have. So now I have some digging to try and figure that out. So it's going to be a boring couple of minutes while I make sure that I didn't miss something. Yeah. Uh, I think, I think I've done them all. I may even have made the mistake of going too far on one of them. Um,
If you want to defeat Leda, you will still receive the bow and the Leda's rune. Be very careful at that. And the armor set from Ansbach, if you want to get also that, you're going to receive at the end of the, not of the game, at the end of the main boss from this expansion. You will be able to summon Ansbach to your fight. So we decided to help Leda, and now we have to go back at the High Road Cross to receive our talisman that cannot be found anywhere else. And now let me explain what will happen. You have to find yourself to burn the tree. We have to find the last
How you doing,
boss
Sykes?
from this DLC. But before you fight the last boss, wherever you're gonna choose during your path, you have to defeat Leda and a bunch of bye. And yeah, in the next part I will show what will happen with Ansbach if you decide to assist him right here at the library.
Let's see.
In today's video I'm gonna show how you can complete another quest. We're gonna start this video like always from the first site of Grace. We have to go to the north, and then we're gonna go to the main gate cross. The name of this quest is the Fire Knight Quilling, and we have to find him for the first time. We have to invade him right over here. I'm gonna give you all the details, all the paths. Like always, I try to make my videos complete with all the location and to travel with you, just to show how you can reach certain locations. Now we're gonna have to find him at the Belurat Tower settlement. We have to I'm gonna get you from site to grace to site to grace. During this quest you're gonna get a lot of rewards, and I'm gonna give you both of the outcomes, because yes, there are two outcomes that you can choose. Also, if you are here for the first time, it will be so awesome if you can click that like button. Let's go. We are at the second site of grace right here, and now it's time to find him. Prepare yourself with a good weapon. I'm gonna use the blasphemous sword probably. If you have that, it's gonna be good enough. And also, if you have the sacred relic sword, the ultimate sword from this game, you can also use that. It's quite effective.
piece of Messmer's flame.
After the fight will be over, you can get the Crusade insignia, the first item from this quest, and we're gonna keep wandering. And now we're gonna start again from the first site. We have to move on until we're gonna find the Incis Cap. For the last time, the Fire Knight Quilling. So from the same location that you already know right now, from the church district, the Shadow Keep, we have to find the room to use the key and then to talk with Quilling. It's gonna be right over here, and now you're gonna have two different options. Let me show you the first one. When you're gonna use the Iris of Grace.
Oh, hell. Alright, way back here. I don't remember if I did the invasions or not. Hold on. It's even further back. I think. Right, how many runes do I have? Not enough. Right. Nope. Every other game on the planet, spacebar is jump. My brain is default wired that way. And I can make 57 jumps correctly, and I will still sometimes hit space. This time. I'm not going to mess around with not clearing stuff. walking around, I'll hit you with the moon. That means that I have not done everything that I need to do. Get out of there. All right, hold on.
Of this quest is the Fire Knight Quilling, and we have to find him for the first time. We have to invade him.
Confused. That happens a lot, don't worry.
In today's video I'm gonna show how you can complete another quest. We're gonna start this video like always from the first site of grace. We have to go to the north, and then we're gonna go to the main gate cross. The name of this quest is the Fire Knight Quilling, and we have to find him for the first time. We have to invade him right over here.
That's funny. There's this one right there. this way, but now that I've done all of that unnecessarily, whoops, 68.
In today's video, I'm gonna show how you can complete another quest. We're gonna go to the main gate. Time we have to invade it. I try to make my video and reach at the Belurat Tower settlement. We have to. I'm gonna get you from side to grace to side to grace. During this quest, you're gonna get a outcomes that button. Blasphemo sword probably. If you have that, it's gonna be good enough. And also,
All right.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame. Heathen, thou shalt not the flame of Messmer.
Well, I'm glad you still think that, even though I killed Mesmer. Alright, that was first invasion. I need to go through 2 more invasions, and the question now is, where is the next invasion? So, for purposes of being somewhere where I'm not going to get instantly trounced, let's not be there. Second invasion is...
from the first site, we have to move on until we're gonna find the Incis castle. If you don't know how to find it, it's really easy, right over here on the map. The map location is not that hard. You have to defeat the boss from that main castle, or you can just bypass it. I have a video of how you can bypass the Incis castle to reach the High Road Cross if you don't want to fight the main boss from that castle, because it's gonna trigger some other quests. Not something important, you will not miss anything too much, but definitely it's gonna trigger something. Now we have to go to a next location where we're gonna find our NPC. We have to defeat him. It's a crusader, yes. Again, I'm gonna use my sacred relic sword. You can use whatever sword is good enough for you. Not the hardest fight I have.
Right. I have to go up to that castle or cathedral. So the way this is written is that you want to keep him at range. I may moon him.
Thou shalt not evade the flame of Mesmer.
Yes, I will.
How could this be? Forsake me not. My grace.
That's the key I needed. Now we're going back here. To the entrance here. And we have to go back to that room that was locked. Six feet may have gotten us there. It did. Dude's down there now. That's what's funny. Yeah. That was kind of cheap. The first one fell on top of the spawn point of the second one, so it was like hidden under his body. That's funny. Gotta sort of appreciate the beauty of that weirdness. as well be consistent, right? Ooh, it's a little closer than I like. Okay, so now the question is, what is the actual
O Marika,
result of this?
Mother to us all, favor me with thy grace. I have met many who would threaten or distress thee, and quelled each and all, and I hereby swear to never cease. So please, grant me thy grace. Leave me with my solitary light.
Let me show you the first one. When you're gonna use the Iris of Grace, you already have these two items if you follow
So
my
I
guide
messed this
until
up
now.
the first
And
playthrough, and I
with
didn't
the
do
first
it at all.
item, you're gonna get a Summon Spirit. The Summon Spirit of
So
Fire Knight Quilling.
I should have done one of them the first playthrough, and the other one the second playthrough.
Decreed by the grace of gold. No soul shall thy sanctity imperil.
If you give him the grace of
And the second option is gonna be to use the Iris of Evacuation,
Iris
and you're
of
gonna get
Grace.
his sword. It's not, that sword doesn't have a, or weapon doesn't have a special skill, so I'm not sure which one I think is the best. You can
it
decide.
gives you a spirit
Like,
ash,
subscribe, share, press the notification
and
bell. Love you all. See you soon.
I won't use it. So
Meanest thou not to look upon me? All this time, I held in my heart only thee.
I will take his sword.
Queen Mar, take no.
Wait. Wait. How do I not have... Oh, it... Oh. So, every time that I've gone to use the Iris of Grace, I keep it, but apparently the Iris of Oculation gets spent. And that's the one I wanted to give. So... I need to find another one. I didn't pick one up this round, but I will now. Lame. Fort of Reprimand. That's irritating. This guy should be dead. I did this whole area. Yeah, he's gone. Perfect time. Hello? Alright. Ah. Still waking up. Rats. I was hoping to drag him out. Ow! Damn, he's fast. What? Bastard. Oy. This'll put me right outside the castle. I can skip that big guy if I want. I hate these guys. Let's see. So part of it is that these are just not very good. This is not a good spell for those guys. It's weird. Why can't... Why won't that spell work? What have I failed? What's happening? I've got the int. So why won't it work? Oh, it's frozen. Fuck. Wrong spell. That's why. Ugh. Thought I got Dula's Moonblade. That's what I want. In this case, I will cheat additionally by doing this. And now you kind of know why. That's what I wanted. Now you know why. The frost build is so damn fun. Because you could do a lot of damage with the frost build. Alright. Now, yet again, I don't know why that's there, I don't remember. Third time's a charm. Oh, and back to here. Oh, JJ, hey. Sorry, I haven't had my text chat on for TikTok. What? Well, not what I had in mind, but alright. Really? I really don't care about that guy. He does not affect me. This is the guy I care about. Womp womp. Alright, so now I'm back. There's two things I can do. I can either give this to either give him either one of the iris oculation, which is what I'm about to give him, or the other one. The other one gets me him as a summonable spirit ash. I don't want him as a summonable spirit ash. I'll do it for completeness purposes on a second playthrough, but his sword
Queen,
might actually be amusing. So here, using the iris of oculation.
I would not. Am I not pure? Defile thee, I would never. I
You
ask,
defended Mesmer.
why wouldst thou think to purloin from me?
This Mesmer.
Deemest thou not to look upon me? All this time, I held in my heart only thee.
I held in my heart only thee. All right. That's it in here. I'm heavy. Guess it's not a special. That's interesting. So it doesn't have on its own a spirit ash. That's interesting. So it's just basically a fancy greatsword with a weird yeah, it doesn't have a spirit ash. That's interesting. But unlike... Oh, it's a heavy thrusting, that's why. So that's the action of a heavy thrusting sword. Alright, so it's just a pretty heavy thrusting sword. Alright. Then I didn't care. Oh, but I bet this is the... Oops, that's not the way I wanted to go. So this must be the one that he uses. Yep. Oof. Alright. Still not what I want. Okay, what other quests do I have? Whoops. What other quests do I have yet to finish before I burn the tree? That's the big question. That may be it. Ooh, that's long.
There are many ways to miss or get locked out of certain quests. Next, let's quickly wrap up the Hornsent Grandam's quest. Starting from the small private altar site of Grace, we can move out to the south to reach her. Speaking through her dialogue, she will give us the gourmet scorpion stew. We can then speak to her until exhausting her dialogue. If we then rest at a site of Grace and return, we'll find one last gourmet scorpion stew to pick up. At this point, the Grand Dam will be unresponsive, and as far as I know, that is the end of her questline. With that, let's cover everything else that we can do before burning the sealing tree. We'll start with the rest of Ymir and Julan's questline. For the next step, we will need the O Mother gesture. O Mother gesture. Travel back and go up. We have where up off the route bud. Ruins just before reaching the Church of the Bud. Fight. Once again, I summoned him just out of caution. But if you already summoned him on a previous playthrough, then you don't risk much by not summoning him on your second. Up next is a major point of no return for most NPCs who have completed all important as Saint of the Bud to activate almost all point. The next possible NPC interaction point will be just after discovering the cleansing chamber anteroom site.
Okay. Let's see. So we might be able to visit no. It's probably not even in here. Is it in here? So I did. I'm not sure it's fair to say that I messed up some quest lines because it was sort of at the close to the tail end of them anyway. I probably could have given Hornsent more stew.
Heavens, I know it, and I deed, a worthy deed, no doubt. Oh, how thy glee, though it would please heart. Oh, I and I have so grudged thou as our with such, I cannot presume thou didst please. I ask thee, none of the tower would dare, and if one should, but would mine eye even, but would.
Right. So I probably could have gone to Hornsent one more time. I've already beaten him, so that option is no longer there. And given him one more of these stews, and I wonder if that would have done anything, but. We get one more of these. And now she's resting. All right. The only possibility is if he's in Mesmer's Dark Chamber. But I'm pretty sure that he's been defeated by Letta. He would be here kind of praying at this altar for whatever reason.
Grace. If we did not defeat Ansbach at any point, then we'll be able to summon him, along with Tiolie, to help fight against Letta and her allies. If we want some unique dialogue and the option to summon these two NPCs in the fight against the final boss, then we will need to summon them both for the fight against Letta. However, from my testing, even if we don't summon them here, we will still get their quest rewards after defeating the final boss, so long as they can both be summoned at this point. In any case, we will need to fight against Letta and all of her remaining allies, whichever those might be, and we'll get their item sets afterwards. In the next room, we will get just Letta's chest armor. Her other armor pieces are actually from the Oathseeker Knight set, which is found in Gravesite Plain. In any case, we can go take the stairs to the north to reach a lift. If we summoned Ansbach for the fight, we should find him waiting for us at the top. We can ask about Tiolie and...
Alright. Let's burn a tree. I'm pretty sure I've gotten everything done that I can get done, so... This is jump, this is roll. This is jump, this is roll. Jump. And there's this scary little mark that if you don't know, if you didn't mean to, you're like, but... Hold on. Yep. Bird brains are gnarly. Alright. Now we just have to climb through here. So, remember the dancing lion? Doo-doo-doo. Down there. We came up here, and there was the thorns covering the thing. That's where we're at. Exciting. Hi, Eddie. This is going to be a hell of a setup for these. Ah. Perfect landing. Right where I wanted it to be. Alright. I have Lightning Bird guy to deal with. He's much worse. And the range is like wicked bad. Please stop being locked on him. Instead, run the hell away. Man, that guy is wicked. Glad I got him on that, on that one. Okay, this is a whole different level of PITA. Hold on. Right. What? Oh, that's why. Damn it. And in here are all my fears. Sorry. These guys 100% spawn deserve complete ass weapons. Always and forever. All right. do. I'm already maxed out on all that stuff. I know there's also a place that I didn't actually go to yet. May have been there. Oh, this guy. Yeah, I'm not going to get any kind of range on that. Oh. Bleh. Eesh. All right. Getting a little fixated. Gotta avoid that. Ooh. Damn it. What? No. Oh, he... Alright, well, I'll have to fight him down there. battle, but I don't have to fight him. Sure, there's another skidoo tree fragment or something. What just sent it up, right? Isn't that the big question we're all asking? Let's go down. Let's engage stuff first. Oh, there's a thing up here. Don't even know what it is. But my completionist self says, go get that. Yep, that's something I already had. Huh. Oh, eat a dick. Oh noes, he died. I'm very sad by this. Yeah, I hate those guys. They're just my nemesis. Any mob that's super fast like that is just going to utterly destroy me. Nice. Alright. Another upgradable. Again, another item I think I missed last time. So now the question is, can I go... Alright, so this is the part from down here. That's where that guy was. Alright. Making my way up should be easy. That dude dropped down and died down here, and I think left. Cursed Blade Mask. Now, I think there's another spot that was a jump down. Actually, I've missed a few of them, but not with any major stuff like that. Panic. Is that where... Fire ashes. That might be interesting. Where does this go? Lord Sworn Greatsword? Wait. Yes. Do you think Greatsword would be a decent... Yes. Okay. When you say frost build, let me clarify. When you say frost build, do you mean like a caster frost build, or do you mean someone who's using a frost sword to build up frost? To then set that off. I think that if you're looking for a melee build that does an effect, unless there's a very special weapon that does that effect, that a katana is the way to go. You typically want a weapon. So there's kind of an easy way to tell. I'll show you once I get to where I'm safe and I can get to a oh, here we go. All right. Give me a minute. Stick around. I will attempt to not only try and answer that question, but also show you how to figure out for yourself what may be a really good answer to that question. To do that, though, I have to get to where I'm safe. And I need a whatchamacallit? A side of grace. There should be one up here. But I have a fight first. Ah, rats. Come on. Actually. I believe I have to fight someone right here. It's the frost guy. Bah. Oh, but I can get help, which changes everything. Oh. Hey, keep that. How about you help out? These types of mobs are my kryptonite. Dodge rolls, dodge moves, and all that stuff have just never been my forte. Oh, do I have to go all the way back up there? Oh, bless America. It's actually trying to get to the next. Actually, let me explain that stuff before I get back up there, since I'm at Side of Grace. So, early game, you don't automatically have the ability to give a weapon frost, right? That's something you just don't have early game. No, I'm Slayer. I'm playing on desktop. So, because you don't have that ability, you would need a weapon that specifically has frost on it. Once you get the ability to add frost to a weapon, so, for example, using Ashes of War, you can... here's a Lord Sorn's straight sword, which is very similar to the great sword that you're talking about. I don't think... Oh, yeah, so we'll start there. So, here's a Lord Sorn's straight sword. You'll have Ashes of War that you can add. You may get a specific Ash of War that does frost, like Ash of War Chilling Mist. This, by design, automatically does a frost effect. So if you pick that, it's frost, right? And then it'll give you, you can change it from frost to any one of these, but that's all that you can change it to. And you'd want to keep it cold. So now C, when it's set to cold, how over here it says causes frost buildup. That's the value that you're mostly looking for, right? Now, it's related to how much damage you do. Set that aside for a second. This is going to be a more important number in any case. So I want to look at this this causes frost buildup. So this is why that's important. By picking that sword, it had no passive effect, and I'm adding cold to it. If instead, let's say I pick the double slash, which is the kind of action that Rivers of Blood does before it does the final thing, so it's like the first attack. Because I can add all the affinities, I have all the whetstones that I need to do that. If you pick up the cold one, notice, again, it does frost buildup 66. So, but this now gives me 2 hits to do that. So shook when I do the special. So that's 2 hits of frost buildup. So the action of the weapon will help you determine whether or not it's going to do what you want. But now this is why I'm saying this. So let's say that instead I pick a katana. By design, I'm going to start off by removing. Hold on, this will take a second. By removing the enchantment. So automatically katanas have blood buildup. So that's a freebie. Because it's a katana, it does blood buildup. That's it. It's just a bonus katanas have. They're also typically fast attacking weapons. Now, if I pick, let's say, Unsheathe, which I think is the best one to use, and I add cold, notice I have frost buildup of 105. Well, that's a hell of a lot more than 66. So the katana is going to give you more cold buildup, but look, you keep your blood loss too. Generally speaking, if you're using a standard weapon in the game, a katana tends to be the best for building up stuff. It's fast, it's got high numbers for what you're trying to do, and it keeps its blood buildup. If you use blood, its blood buildup goes up to 93, which is really, really high. So that's one thing to think about when you're deciding which one you're going to use. Now, as it happens, the weapon that you're using, I happen to have one. It is, in fact, one of the best two-handed swords in the game. It's simple. It's basic. The Lord Sorn's Greatsword, right? That's the one you're asking about? Fantastic weapon. So if I go to put an Ashes of War on it, and the fact that it's +2 is because I leveled it up right at the beginning. So if you look at the Ashes of War on a Lord Sorn's Greatsword, right? No effect. Let's go to just a standard. Here, you could put the Great Mist, does frost buildup of 83. So this one's a little bit better than the 66, but it's still not the 105 that the katana had. If we go to Unsheath is not an option, so I'll go to the double slash one, and I can pick cold, and again, it's 83. So it has less frost buildup than what the katana had. If what you're looking is I'm completely bent around the frost buildup, you'll get a little more frost buildup from the katana, but this weapon will hit a little bit harder. So this will have more of the melee damage built into it. So if you encounter someone that's resistant to cold, for example, this will do more regular physical damage to them. So that's kind of the way to figure out what's ideal is going to be, you want to know that the move set and the timing and everything is something that you like, right? That you're enjoying it. So that's most important. Use the weapon you enjoy, because they're all good. Some are just better than others. And if you want to build around something like Frost, then this is a fantastic way to go. I generally play caster types, and so I'm playing using a caster set with my weapon being secondary. So Frost buildup for me becomes more valuable than the physical damage that it does, because I can use the weapon to finish off a creature with 10 hit points or to supplement what it is that I'm trying to do. And for that, I use the Uji Katana, which you can get very early game. it's not and it's not a trick to get it. It's just in an early instance, which is the katana that I was showing you is the Uji katana. Hold on, I'll go back. It's this one, the Uchi katana, excuse me. This is an early one that you can get in the game. I'm gonna go back to. In fact, I'm putting that back on it. This you can get this really early. It's in base game. It's early base game. It's not a difficult one to get at all. You can get it at a fairly low level. If you're level 30 or 40, you can easily get it, as long as you play careful. If you're much higher level, there are certainly better swords to get. I mean, the Frost Axe is insane. It's actually one that I don't have because I haven't gone after it, but the Frost Axe is fantastic if you want to do Frost build-up. Plus, it has like a front arc superpower. Oh, yeah. If you're level 163, then you have access to most weapons. But I'll say that if you're looking for a frost buildup weapon, it is going to be very difficult to get better than the Uchi katana. There is, let's see, where is it? Sword chest. Oh, I think I have this one. So you can't see it. Let me put the Uchi katana on. So I think Unsheathe is one of the best ones in the game. Mobs coming up, and that's Unsheathe. Never mind that. That's because the game for some reason decides it randomly wants to cast after I do an attack. So this is Unsheathed, and it's unhinged. It's a ton of damage. But late game, base game, but late game, you actually get access to, I think I have it, yeah, the Dark Moon Greatsword. So Dark Moon Greatsword is a greatsword. It's got the standard sort of greatsword set, but it has this as its attack. And it's pretty cool. The problem is that that's what it does. You can't, there's no Ash of War that you can mess with or anything like that. There is, and this is just something to consider as you play, when you get to Farum Azula, there's actually like a really nice, I'm going to change back to the katana. Specifically in Farum Azula, you run into regenerating undead. There are a couple instances where that happens too, so this is one you can consider. There's another Ash of War, specifically, where is it? This one, Sacred Blade. Set it to Sacred, and its special is this. And when you hit a creature that's a regenerating undead with this, while if you kill it with this attack, or better yet, with this, it won't regenerate. It's dead the first time, so you don't have that problem of them coming back. And that attack, my character, I'm fairly high level, but that attack hits that undead for like 6,000 damage a shot. It's pretty gross. And then these are like 3,000 to 4,000 each. And then when you're done with that little area, it's just a small area, but there's a bunch of creatures there, so it makes it a lot easier. You can just go back to your ashes and set it right back to a frost. Chilling Mist is... where is it? This one. Oh. Come on. So Chilling Mist does this in front of you, and then it's got the frost built up on the sword. So the reason that I'm using this build that I am, well, it's just called Uchi Katana. By the way, it's actually just the one thing. Where is it? Here, it's just forget that it says cold. That's because I put a cold effect on it. And by the way, I want to Ash of War that before I forget, because I'll like pull that out and then suddenly not have the thing that I have. If I forget to do it now, I'm gonna get into a fight and be like, what am I doing? Unsheathe. Cold. Alright. Alright, Uchigatana. It is in the Death-Touched Catacombs, which is... This one? Yeah, this one. Like I said, it's very early game. You probably totally missed it. There's you might need to check a YouTube video just to see. There's this place where normally it's a solid wall, and it's really narrow. There's like 2 columns, and in that Death Touch, there's actually a gap. And you go into the gap and follow up, and you can't miss the sword once you find the gap. It's that gap that's hard to find. But Uchigatana will get you toward the end of the game. Just remember, it's not a long-range weapon, right? It's not one of those ridiculous, where are they? I think I have one. Like this Rakasha's Great Katana or the Dragon Hunter's Katana, where they have this just ridiculous length. But then it's also way faster, right? So this move set has these big moves, right? But it's slower, as opposed to... But it's not nearly as long, right? Not holding it over the shoulder. And if you haven't gotten it, one thing, if you break poise a lot on creatures, you can consider getting the Misery Cord. It does the most crit damage of any weapon in the game. I think the last Wicker Man that I fought, I did 105,000 points of crit damage in one hit. 105,000 and change. I think I just posted... I think I may have put that one up on a video, although I don't advertise the videos. I just done an 85,000 crit with it on a different Wicker Man earlier. And I'm not, like, doing all the 87,000 buffs. It's because the... if you notice, the critical rating on the Misery Cord is 140. It's the highest in the game. So it just does... When it comes to doing crits, it's just gross. It also helps that I've got it attuned to magic, and I'm a magic user. Alright. Time to get those runes back. Oh, hell. I gotta go all the way up there. Bleh. I hope that was all helpful. Unsheath. Yeah, I believe that weapon comes with Unsheath. I believe it already has it, so you don't need to worry about having to get it again. There's not like a thing you have to go kill to get Unsheath. I'm pretty sure the Uchigatana has Unsheath. Oh, you're welcome. Dive, damn it. as you watch people play and as you read guides and as you see stuff about the game and all the things that you can do, this is for everybody. Look, you're going to find people giving you massive advice on everything. And there's a lot of great advice out there. Never forget 2 critical facts about this game. Most important one being, it was beaten at level 1 by a person with a club. It is a very, very hard game. It is very, very hard to play. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But everything can be done with any weapon, anything that you want. It's just a question of how much harder or easier it will be. But it is all possible. There's no, secret sauce. If I were to do a build where I wanted to have the easiest time on what I'm doing, I have found that the easiest build is the lightning build, but you need the DLC to do it. You have to play into the DLC and deep into the DLC in order to do the lightning build. I think it's the easiest build. For caster. Wait. I spent too much time yapping. I don't remember where my crap is. Yeah, so anyway, the I think I'll end up above this guy, which should make it easier. Car Lavender. Where'd he go? There he is. Oh, he's not going to be in range. Well, that's the easiest that fight's ever been. General Insanity. This is not my first playthrough. This is I'm in new game. The first new game. Unfortunately, I lost my runes up here. Is there not a place for me to... There is. I just needed to get to that. Rah. Sure would be nice if there was a camp spot closer. No. I don't want people's artwork. Come on. Best first hit in the game. Automatically drops him 10%. Come on. These guys are... Problem is that thing didn't go up high enough, right? What I want is to go up there. I want to be on that platform. But apparently that's too much to ask. Maybe I can circle back in a more intelligent way. Not just being cooked. Well, that'll do it. Oh, can I get them both? I have not. Get him that time. No, this is magma sorcery. So it lava. It's the game calls it both. If you look at the staff, the Gelmir Glintstone, it says boost lava sorcery. But if you actually look at the spells, they're all called magma. Magma shot, roiling magma. So it boosts the magma sorceries. And the magma blade. So it's all base game. This, although I have non-base game stuff, the build itself is a base game build. Welcome. It is, so the build for this, just as kind of as a little additional thing. Yeah, the build for, or I shouldn't say the build, the play style for this is somewhat unique. Unlike most of the builds where, I want to figure something out here. Unlike most of the builds where your ultimate goal is, I just gotta get this guy. Where you're trying to hit creatures with spells, you actually do more damage by not hitting a creature with a spell. So if I can hit him with that, it'll kill him. But if I get it blotched close enough so that, see how it forms sort of a sphere? If he's in that sphere when it explodes, it does way more damage. And then there's the lava burst that goes with it, right? So I can hit directly, or I can do that. The problem is getting that to happen in a way that's manageable. For stupid creatures, super easy. I am going to try and... First off, this guy's just not working for me. Let's go with the ladies. like, what are the stairs for? Go get him. So see, that's what I want to do. I don't actually want to hit the guy. The problem is that you have to plan it where he's going to be when it explodes. So see how he was stuck where it was? Yeah, and so each one does its own thing, right? So Magma Shot will always do this. It'll always make that big spot, and will creatures will be hit by this spot. Advantage and disadvantage. The disadvantage is if you miss, they're going to be hit by that, they're going to wake up, and they're going to attack, right? Roiling magma, by contrast, if you hit, it just goes splat and you're gone. It just hits and then it does some damage. But if you miss, it does that. So the advantage is if you can mash up the ground with a whole bunch of those and the boss is going to be in the area, you can actually get them stuck in a bunch of explosions and then the magma that goes afterwards. I don't think I've posted it up yet, but I have a YouTube video of me fighting Millennia. I actually, unintentionally, although I'll take credit for it, one-shot her on New Game using this build. I didn't expect it to happen. But if you actually watch the fight, it's kind of gross how easy it looks. Because it's a very hard fight, right? But I was able to keep putting these on the ground while my Spirit Ash... Keep in mind, I use Spirit Ash. But while the Spirit Ash kept her busy, I just kept putting this on the ground, and they kept blowing up on top of her and doing mass quantities of damage. Yeah, it is... There are creatures for which this is not any easier. Super fast moving all the time creatures, it's really hard. You're like you'll literally do this. You'll like put something out there and then run at it to try and get the thing to follow you and land on top of it. It's like landmines. You know, like if there were traps in a game, it would be a way to lay traps. So that's kind of like probably my one... Oh, man, I have so many of those fragments now. Okay, there's the fight. I'll want my helpers. Where do the helpers show up? Hold on. Yeah, the intent of this playthrough was to use this build for Consort. I'm not sure how it's going to work. When I did Consort last time, I used the Ancient Dragon Lightning build, and that build is just a sickness. This build may be better suited for that specific fight, although, man, he moves a lot. And it doesn't do as much damage as some of the lightning shots, but the lightning... oh, yeah. It's and I've done it wearing the armor, and I've done it using the dragon suit. I've done both. Dragon suit is so fragile, though. You have to, like... I do the dragon suit, and then I can't use any of the talismans, because I have to add survivability. Actually, my first playthrough of the game, I did with... what was it? I did it with 40 Vigor. I didn't do 60, I did 40 on my first playthrough. Now I'm just stupidly high level. What I'm debating is... Are the summons inside? Is that where I summon my helpers? Because I thought they were supposed to be out here. Okay. I've explained this a few times on the stream. I will explain it for the stream again. just as a way to think about how things happen. The various aspects of the game are not linear functions, they're stepper functions. Meaning, as you add stamina, as you add vigor, you add hit points, right? And that goes up like this. But bosses don't do damage like this. They do damage like hit, hit, hit every time they hit. So it doesn't matter if you have 1,000 hit points and they hit you for 500 a shot, 2 hits, you're dead, right? 500,000. If they hit for 700 a shot, 700, 1,400, you're dead, 2 shots. If they hit for 900, 900, 1,800, you're dead in 2 shots. It doesn't matter how many negative hit points you have, you're still dead, right? So the difference between 40 and 60 vigor, if on a boss fight, doesn't change how many times they hit you before you die, it doesn't matter that you have more vigor, because it's a stepper function. If the stepper ever makes you 0 hit points, you're dead. It doesn't matter anything else, right? So other effects obviously don't hit that same way. There are other effects that will tick over time, etc. But again, each tick is going to be a minus 100, minus 100, minus 100, minus 100. It doesn't matter if 10 ticks kill you versus 10 ticks kill you if they're doing 100 or 110 each. It's irrelevant. So as you're considering where you put points and what matters, if you can't get enough vigor to make it 3 hits to die, then it doesn't matter that you've added enough to make it almost 3 hits to die. Just keep this in mind. And the same thing is true for the attacks that you do. If it takes 20 hits to kill a boss, adding 3 more damage to your weapon probably does not make it 19 hits to kill a boss. It's probably still 20. And you need to find some other way to either survive better, etc. So keep that in mind. Percentages are generally better because the more you have, the more you get. So if you increase by 10% because of a talisman you're wearing, for example, then you don't just get the increase, you get the 10% increase as well. So it's like your stepper function that you're applying on the boss is getting much better because you added that. But adding 10 damage, look at it this way. You're level 1. If you had a sword that does 10 more damage than another, you're going to be absolutely wiping everything out with a sword. At level 100, when you're always doing 1,000 a hit, 1,010 damage versus 1,000 damage, doesn't matter. It's not relevant. In that case, you want a weapon that does plus 10% damage, because then you're doing 1,100. But at level 1, with a weapon that does 10 damage, you're going from 10 to 11. That probably doesn't matter much. Then you want the thing that's plus 10 damage. So, math. I need to be able to summon these guys here. I just don't know if I summon them here or if I summon them in there, because I don't want to screw this up.
Within the Scarlet, after summoned him through, then you don't your point of no following this point. Dungeon will be set possible grace him along with Tiolie to help fight against Letta and her allies. If we want some unique dialogue and the option to summon these two NPCs and her allies. To summon him, if we did not defeat Ansbach at any point.
Okay, should be in there.
I thought I'd see you here. It'd been quite some time. It was never kindly Mikula, was it? The Erdtree was leading you all
This is
along,
what's ridiculous.
so that you might ascend to lordship.
No, I burned the Erdtree.
To begin with, I suppose it must be what His Eminence, or perhaps the Erdtree, desired all along. The clashing of the favored lords, such that one would prevail. So be it. If you insist upon facing Mikula the Kind, then I will run you through whoever you might be. Don't tarry now.
On spot. Oh. All I get is on spot. There's no Throlier. should be here. So I did the St. Trina quest line to completion, and Throlier, and because I did it the way that I did it, Throlier's not available for this summon. That's okay. He will arrive at the appropriate time, because it's an invasion.
Don't you dare approach Mikkel the Kind. Needle Knight Ledder, Dryleaf Dane, and our ally will never allow this.
I am the Red Mane Freya. The time has come.
Usually I don't use these helpers. I use a different helper. And because I use a different helper,
I cannot hope for a worthier foe. This is our moment. Let's make it something to remember.
because I usually use Telu, he tends to stay in the same spot all the time. Oh, rats.
Of the pure blood knights, I stand with blade aloft, blood of fire, for the dignity of my lord and master Mold. Righteous Tignid, it appears that our interests have aligned. A balm upon my soul it is that we do not meet today as enemies. Now, my blade.
Ah, dry leaf.
I can't fathom your convictions. After knowing kindly Nicola, what remains of pledge to your Lord of Faith?
Ah, come on. Holy cow, that guy hits.
I never could have imagined it. But you might be the Erdtree
Where are my helpers? Sunspot dead already? Oh, there he is. He's just not
This
doing
battle
anything.
could not be more fitting for the birth of a new god and the coming of a lord.
Well, good Freya.
Ah. Yeah, that's not my usual. I'll get this back. Alright. That's not my usual helper. This guy.
Don't you dare approach Nicola the Kind. Needle Knight Ledder, Dryleaf Dane, and our ally will never allow this.
I am the Red Mane Freya. The time has come.
See how I'm putting all the blobs in his feet?
You were fine. In your battle, truly a glorious battle. It was.
I summon Unspawn. Why is he not coming in to help?
I am
There he is.
of the pure blood knights. I stand with blade aloft, blood of fire.
Now, the reason
for the
why
dignity
this
of my
guy
lord and master
is
Mold.
critical is this.
Righteous Tignid,
Is that
it appears that our
Sick.
interests have aligned. A balm upon my soul it is that we do not meet today as enemies. Now, my blade is closer.
things everywhere.
Make the world a gentle place.
That big guy. He's all it. Oh, thank you, Mallow. DLC quest lines are more complicated, but it's more because the environment is more likely to screw you out of the quests than anything else. That's actually my frustration with the DLC. You can literally just be moving along and suddenly a charm has been broken. Like, you have no reason to think that there's not, like, A, that that's going to break the charm, or B, that that's going to be a problem. And then it turns out that you just locked yourself out of almost every quest in the game. It's like, what the hell? Right? So, Thrallier, for example, I wanted Thrallier to be here for the fight against Consort Radahn. I mistakenly played through Thrallier's entire questline before I did Radahn. And so I did the Trina, I did the invasion down in Trina, Thrallier attacked me, I defeated Thrallier, now he's gone. I can't do it. And that's the kind of thing that pisses me off. How would I possibly have known that? I would lock myself out of that option. That's not complicated, that's just, like, you know, poor mechanic and design, in my opinion. Yeah. And I've had to go back to guides over and over and over again to make sure that I didn't screw something up, and I still screwed something up. It's like, how am I supposed to manage that, you know? And that's fine. It's the game. You know, this is what we deal with. Oh, Unspa.
Righteous tarnished. That was an astounding battle, to be sure. Now I suppose this leaves only one. But in truth, I cannot calm my quivering. Challenging a god is no small matter. Oh. So you needn't worry, it was you, wasn't it? Who defeated Lord Moog. Fear not. I bear no grudge against you. His Eminence was felled in an honorable duel. And such are the risks of seeking lordship. Besides, what right have I to complain? I blame the enchantment more than anything. Righteous tarnished, we will have our victory. I swear upon my blood. Righteous tarnished, I swear.
I think that's a fair statement, but I would counter at least with this. If the intent was to have it be a multiple playthrough to see everything, if that was truly the intent and not an afterthought explanation of what happened, then they would have made it impossible to do quest lines in parallel. You know, and they did some of that, right? So it's certainly possible you're meant only to get Thrallier as a helper in a certain situation. But it shouldn't be without some way to know that that's going to happen. But when you pick you know, you've got Horn Eater. You can finish the Horn Eater stuff, and then you don't get Horn Eater for Mesmer. You're not going to get him for this fight anyway, right? But you can make it so you have him for Mesmer. You have no way to know whether or not you're going to get him for Mesmer. So it's a question of they're setting up, like, that fight at the end, my first playthrough, I had nobody. I had no helpers. For that fight, I had no helpers except my Ash, obviously, my summon. But I didn't have any of the like on-spa, and I didn't have Throlier this time because I screwed that one up. But how would I even know that there was another option? So that's the problem, right? How would I know having Throlier is an option for that last fight and this one up ahead if I didn't do it right? Because I don't, like, when I'm done, I don't get this message that says, by the way, if you had not done Throlier's questline to the completion, you would have had him right now. How would I know that? I literally wouldn't know it was an option. So I've had to go online in order to find out what was available. Now, ironically, it turns out my very first playthrough, very first time, I had both of them available on this. So you make a valid point, and they do that so that, like, we have to make a choice, right? In Volcano Manor, do you give the creature the potion to wipe its memory, or do you not do that? You can only do one of those in a playthrough. So if you want to have both endings, or both possible outcomes, you have to do it in another playthrough. But that's obvious, right? You have that choice. Here, it is literally, the choice isn't presented to you, it just happens. First playthrough this time, I'm just riding along and suddenly a message comes popping up that says a charm is broken, or whatever it was, right? The charm rune has been broken somewhere, and there's the sound from breaking a rune. I'm like, what just happened? I talked to some NPCs, then that happened. No one said, hey, avoid approaching the castle till you've taken care of some business. Just, yeah, it is Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. It is a Dark Souls game. Right, the problem is, right, when you get to, but the Shadow Keep, right? The problem is that when you get to the Shadow Keep, it's too late, right? The first time I approached Shadow Keep was this route. Where is it? Was the side door route, right? I came in through this way. And it's way back here. I follow, right? I go here, I come here, I follow this around. This seems perfectly logical. And right about here, I get a message that says, hey, you fucked up all your quests. I mean, that's not what it literally says, but that's the message that I get. And I'm like, wait, what? I got nothing now. There was nothing. There wasn't even a message that said, hey, don't get too close unless you want to mess up the story. Anyway, sorry. Your point is valid. They definitely did that with some of the quests where you have to choose one way or the other. Oh, hold on. I need to fix my spells. Sorry. Now it's time for me to fix some stuff. Oh, and I gotta take this Lost Grace. Almost screwed that up, too. Let's see. Spells. Okay. I'm gonna use this once if I have it. Let me think. I want rot. Not gonna get it this way. Do I want Aeonia or do I want butterflies? Aeonia does damage when it hits. Yeah, that's fair. And don't get me wrong, this is complaining about a good thing, right? Oh, it only takes one slot? Oh. Then I want that one shot of this. Now, I want to make sure that I'm using Telu. And I don't want hefty furnace pots. I want... Frenzied flame pot. No good against bosses. Okay. I hope this setup will work. So, yeah. Let's see. Well, we'll find out. Yes. I fully accept the fact that the boss... This is something else the game doesn't tell you, is that when you summon these helpers, the boss gets tougher. Another little thing they leave off. Throlier would be nice because of the poison, but...
My loyal.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to me. Lord Moog will have his time.
Oh, that got his attention. Ow. Oh, I forgot to unequip my bow. Oi. Okay. Uh-oh. Come on, get back. Nope. No. Ah, damn it. Lost my helper. Paying attention. Oops. I don't want to lose that many runes. Alright. We are about to use... just in case, I will lose a little bit of my damage output. Oh, and I want to lose the bow. Hell, I'd probably lose the sword too. Oh, on this bar.
Pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moe will have his dignity.
Oh! That was funny. Watching his health bar, not mine. I forgot to pick up my runes. Oh well. What's a million runes? Sorry, I'm mourning a million runes right now. I can go back to the ledge and get those back really fast. So, not that big a deal. Alright. But now I really don't need to worry about it. That first one was going well. And then... that first hit. That is a sacrifice.
A pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moe will have his dignity.
Oh, boo. Alright. I may need to accept that I have to take less damage.
Lord Moog will have his
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Bastard. Oh. You big bad. Oh, he's after me again. Oh, I should have looked. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that when you have the summoners on the outside, don't hit the button to summon and go inside. They walk in with you. So if they haven't finished summoning yet, you're walking inside without your helper. Land.
General Radahn. A pleasure to see you. After all this. But those remains do not belong to
No,
you.
that's not what I wanted.
Lord Moog will have his punishment.
No, big single hit. Some magic stuff. Aw. Ow. Oh. Taylor, oh come on. Uh-oh. Got him. Ah! Oh, come on, I had that right. Damn. Lost him again.
guided by compassion.
The rod didn't stick to him last time. He's hit him twice. I lost my Telu. Although I'm starting to wonder if Dung Eater wouldn't be a better choice at this point. The problem is I'm not getting my damage spells off. I did to get him into phase 2, but once he's in phase 2, I'm reacting. I'm not being proactive in getting the damage in.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Mold will have his dignity.
Taylor? The guy for me or what? There you go. Ah, missed. Oh. Unspawn, what are you doing? Seriously. Trying to figure out what the hell he's doing. It's like he's not actually doing anything. Drink, please. Drink, please. Damn it. It's not healing on spot. Oh. Damn it. DPS is helpful. He's just standing there, like, playing with his thing. Alright. Definitely less squishy than I was.
A pleasure to see you. After all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Mauve will have his dignity.
What? Why'd you move? Oh, that just makes me mad. Get him? I got him. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Ow! What? Surprise attack. To my sword? Do you mean why am I not using it? Or do you mean, like, why does it look weird? It's a magma blade. I'm actually wondering if... I'm gonna make one change. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna make two changes. Let's see. I don't want that anymore. Actually, don't want you anymore. I want you. And I want... I don't know. I get the feeling that Reichard's is going to be lame on this fight. Let's see. In fact, hold on, I need to make one more change.
General Radon, a pleasure to see you. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Boo. Boo. What? Come on, where's my helper? God damn it. That seems to be making him a lot more mad. Am I mistaken about that? He's coming after me a lot more with Magma Shot. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so, alright, that's good to know. Magma Shot seems to be pissing him off a lot more than, yeah. If I don't use it, I don't even want it on the bar. And I'm close to getting rid of Pest Threads, but man, that spell. That spell has been clutch more than a few times. Let's see. Is he in? He's in. Oh,
General Radon, a pleasure to see you. This time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Ah. Alright, bad timing.
pleasure to see you. After all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Ah. How about you don't pay attention? Oh, that'd be awesome. Oh, I missed. Damn it. Oh, and that one didn't land. Rude. Oh, that was easy. One landed. It took 3 butterflies to get it to stick, but this one took 1. Well, this is new game, for what it's worth. And I'm actually about to stop summoning Unspa. I wanted him to help on this fight, but I'm not sure he's helping. I think the amount that he's adding to this fight is less than the more difficult he becomes because I'm summoning him. And that's irritating. Alright, travel. Get him in here. Get him in here.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you. After all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have them.
to rot though? How did I get poisoned? Looks like the rot wore off. That's awfully fast. Tips for Elden Ring. Let's see, hold on. Would you help me get Moog? I'm a little busy. How many times have you beaten the game? I have this character, this specific character is on New Game, meaning I beat it once and now I'm in the second attempt. I have two other characters that are on New Game 3, so each of them have beat the game 3 times, at least through the original content. And then this character's beaten the original content already. I'm doing this after. So Elden Beast is already dead. Tips, play Elden Ring. Yeah. Explore, focus, have fun. Don't follow these guides that make you rush all the way deep into things to get some stuff so you can load up on runes. The key behind this game is not being high level. It's understanding the mechanics and playing the right way. How to dodge, how to leap, how to do all this stuff. That's actually the big secret to the game. It's not getting to level 150 so you can beat the last boss. People using the correct techniques have beaten the last boss at level 1. It's doable. It's hard, but it's doable. Learning how to do things in the game is super valuable. That's actually, I think, probably the biggest piece of advice that I'd have. Right.
General Radon, a pleasure to see you after all this time.
Kill it.
But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have you.
So he is now rotted up. Oh, I got poison there. I guess using it makes poison. We both died. Alright, I'm going to do something different. Instead of using Telu, I'm going to try and do Dung Eater. And I really don't like you in that position anymore. This apparently builds up a ton of poison on me. So I'm gonna try, oh, alright, there's a few other things we can do. I almost never use these, so let's give it a go. What else? Yeah, let's try this. Oh, Dung Eater. I think Dung Eater may be a mistake, but we'll give it a try. He is hardened, and he does tend to piss bosses off. He also puts a debuff on them. They take more damage, and that is actually useful. For him to be fully summoned. There we go. It's almost worse.
A pleasure to see you. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have them.
Come on. Ah. No. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, Dunny was almost dead. I didn't get the heal off. Not that that mattered, because it didn't heal me either. I'm gonna try him one more time. But that was not... Telu was doing a better job of tanking. What's happening is I'm getting the boss's attention better, which I don't want. That is not desirable.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
like I'm like engaging a move right when he starts his move set, so I'm not seeing that I'm all right. Dung Eater was working decent that time, so let's see if we can't keep that going. Although I got to admit now, I'm wondering if I should throw the Mimic in there. Waiting for him to finish. There we go. Yeah, well, thank you.
General Radon, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Ah! Whee! Pull out, pull out. So I guess I didn't get the rot on him that time. It's interesting. It's weird how that seems to like sometimes work, sometimes not. Maybe it's because Dung Eater's effect is or isn't on him. I don't know. Oh, and if Project, if you're still watching, one of the first weapons that you're gonna find if you're diligent, not like it's not hard to find. It's like probably the first chest you open, is gonna be Lord Sworn's greatsword. Great weapon. Stick with it for a while. Or something like that.
General Radon, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Uh-oh. Where are we going? Coming after me. Aw, ow. Run away. That got him. Oh, no. What? Dunker's gone? Oh, useless bastard. I'm gonna suck off. And he's gone. Oh, boo. Why did rot wear off this guy so fast? I saw it build up. Is he immune to rot in phase 2? Like, just flat immune? Because if he is, then the tactic's all bad. Alright, I'm going to assume that he's immune to rot. That's... I have to. I landed it on him, I saw it tick, like, this far, and then it was gone. And there's no way... That rot normally stays for, like, days. Alright. Serious change time. Alright. And in fact, I'm going to... What are some big changes that I can kick in there? Alright. I don't think Elmir's going to do me any good. Yeah, it must be. I mean, it's more the fact that it's there at all. Like, why it feels like it's kind of a robbery. Anyway, I'm going to actually try and get... Because I'm not doing much damage to this guy, right? So I'm wondering if I shouldn't... let me see if my survivability is okay. And I don't think I want to keep... I'm not getting any further because I have Dung Eater, so I'm gonna go this route. I will use one of these. Summon a Cooperator. And I'm gonna make one more change, but I need it for phase 2. Something I haven't been doing the whole time. I don't know if you guys have noticed. See if you notice it this time. Get my arms out of the way. Bah! Let's do this.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Mode will have his dignity.
Ah! Yeah, that's good advice. Oh, boo. Didn't even let me roll. I got stun locked in that entire sequence. Ah. Yeah, that rut guards is garbage. Wait, Shackle works on him? Which Shackle? Both of them? There's none of the shackles work on this guy, right? Oh, it's Moog's body. Son of a bitch, shackle works on him? Probably phase 1, but oh, hello. That would absolutely... Never even occurred to me to try that. Oh, one way to find out. I've got it on there. That'd be funny. Well, I suppose if it's a spiritual shackle, it shouldn't, but if it's a physical shackle, it should. Oh. I don't know. Well, I tried it. Maybe it's because it was in the middle of a sequence.
After all,
Yeah, it doesn't do
those
anything.
remains do not belong.
All right, good call, though.
Lord Moog will have his day.
What? No. What? No, I was drinking. I feel like I was robbed. Whatever. So that's sort of true. The Golem is technically not tougher than Dung Eater in one sense, but in another he is. So Dung Eater has way more hit points than the Golem does. The Golem has 90% damage reduction. So that's why, if you noticed, when I was healing Dung Eater, I would have to throw a whole bunch of heals at him to move his bar much. The Golem doesn't have a whole lot of hit points. But, and so the heal heals him up a ton. But because he has 90% damage reduction, he can take just as many hits or more. But he's easier to heal. It's very specific to that one guy. So he's tougher in the sense that he takes less damage per hit, but he also has way less hit points. So on Malekith the Black Blade, he absolutely gets killed in like 2 shots because he uses that the Black Blade effect, and it just his hit points just immediately tank. So healing him through that is nearly impossible. So on that fight, he's utterly useless. I'm just debating if there's a thing worth using here against him. I don't think so. I don't know how long this lasts or what other effects it has. Let's see what happens. And then this will go and use one of these aromatics. Where'd it go? So yeah, Golem he's tougher in the sense that he's got like 90% damage reduction. Now, he has a spot on his back that if you hit that spot, they take full damage, and you can crit them there. So, interesting additional tidbit. What?
After all this time, but those remains do not belong to you.
He just went straight
Lord
after
Moog
me.
will have his dignity.
Do over. We're gonna get plenty of those. Look at that. My 0 runes is still right there. But now my brain doesn't have to be worried about picking up my 0 pile rune. I don't think young people understand how much a ringing phone absolutely hurts the psyche of a Gen Xer.
General Radon, a pleasure to see you. After all this time, but those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Oops. So here, watch the heal. So watch what happens to Taylor's health. Sometimes it just doesn't do what you tell it to do. Subtext. Sometimes you think you told it to do something, but you didn't. But it makes you feel better to blame it instead of you.
pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you.
Smog got
Lord Mold will have his dignity.
Nope, 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 nope. Saw that. Oh, hell. Jesus. All right. Do what I tell you to do. That's the sound of me giving a command that's being ignored. Alright, I don't think that aromatic did me any good. It made me slow and I couldn't dodge anything. And it didn't seem to reduce damage very much, so I will save those for another time. Or never again. Let's see, do I have some other aromatic? Let's see, Scatter Sparks. Enter Fervor. I don't know what that does. Yeah, none of that's any good. I don't care about any of that. I may, like, this build is just not doing the damage that I need, is what it seems to be coming down to. In Phase 1 it works, but Phase 2 I'm spending my entire time, like, not doing damage. And that's what's got me Hey, David.
General Radon. A pleasure to see you. This time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Oh, ow. I... Getting close to doing a rebuild. Might also stop summoning Unspa. But, like, I wanted to do that.
General Radon. A pleasure to see you. After all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Alright, it's getting lunchtime. Alright, one more attempt and then I gotta do lunch. No let Frank.
General Radon. A pleasure to see you. After all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Come on. Alright, I need a break for lunch. I got real life shit to do. I may come back and modify this build. As much as I want this to work, the damage I'm doing is just so little, and I have no patience for 10-minute fights where it's 99% dodging. Plus I'm bad at them, so... thank you all for sticking around for the attempt. I will be back to do some more, and then we'll kind of play it from there. Whether or not I do another build, I'm not sure. You know, I hate to do a build that I already know works. I like trying out new stuff. Anyway, have an excellent day. Have great evenings if that's the time for you. Mornings, whatever. All good, man. And I will talk to you all later.